record, pull up the participants in case somebody pops in so I can add them. Good morning. Good morning. Today is day 5. How is everyone feeling? Have you done a live video? How did it go? Are you implementing the steps that we're doing with the headline intro? What is it? Headline intro question, content call to action. If you can remember those 5 parts, your videos will be flawless and it'll become just second nature for you to have those as a part of your when you do a live video. And so if you watch any trainers, what do they say? They introduce themselves every single time. They've got a headline that makes you want to join. And even if you think about the ads that go through, right? They've always got that bold title that makes you want to investigate it if it resonates with you. And so that's the same concept with that headline title that we want on all of our videos. We want to make sure that we introduce ourselves because who knows, a year, 2 years down the road, our video could go viral and we want people to know who we are. We want to repeat the question of the title to make sure that people know what they're going to get, because those first 30 seconds, you either capture your audience or they scroll on by, and then you provide your content. And that's where you bring them in, you tell that story, you make them want to see the benefits, you make them want to see if they can get their own benefits or help them with better sleep, whatever your topic is. And then the question or the call to action at the end, reiterate the title, give them something to do, because most people have that employee mindset and need to be told what to do. Drop fire, drop parenting, drop pain, drop boobies in the comment, whatever that is, to get them to interact and get that conversation into private messenger. And one thing, and Lori, I hope you don't mind, I just want to make sure that when I asked, when you did your video the other day, here's a great tip. When you did your video the other day and your call to action was gray hair or something like that, so I typed that in the comments, you responded right away, which was great, but it was very timid, I guess, for lack of a better word. It was your response to that was, well, do you mind if I send you some information? Versus, hey, great, I'll get you some information. Do you see how there's a different energy in the way that comes across? It's you have to stand like, I have got the best products on the entire market and nobody can touch what I have. Great, I'll get that sent off to you. I mean, you're not going to say that in the comment, but you got to have that just flowing through your veins, because that's such an energy that's going to be attractive to other people, right? So I just wanted to, I tried all that yesterday with my video and you did a great job too, but I just want to make sure that, and I used you as an example, I hope you don't mind, but I just wanted to make sure that people know, stand with that posture. If people do your call to action, they've already asked for more information, so you're just solidifying. Great decision. I'll get that sent over right to you. Does that make sense? Okay, so let's go ahead, and today's oil is Be Free. Be Free reminds us to dream big and go beyond our perceived limitations and fears to develop our full potential. It is a great essential oil blend for many settings, or for setting new goals and going beyond our perceived self-limitations. We don't have any more limitations. We are ridding ourselves of those. Unblock and move beyond your old wounds and self-defeating behaviors. Oh, are you? That's awesome, Jay. Nurtured leads. Today we're going to talk about nurturing leads. Make 40% larger purchases than non-nurtured leads. How about that? So let's let go of that fear, stand in our purpose, and just get to the top. Every one of you is a leader. So today I want to introduce you to a brand new training that I put together. And this is kind of off of Ray Higdon's, but I really wanted something more personal for me on what I know works. And so everybody always hears of the sales funnel, the sales funnel. Well, what exactly does that mean? So what that means, and we're going to go over this in detail. We're going to target and segment. We're going to do some relationship building. We are going to understand their needs and educate. We're going to support and engage, and then we're going to track and convert. And so when you think of a funnel, the quality, if you have a funnel and you're sifting sand, right? The larger rocks are going to get caught higher. And then as the filters are there between each layer, the good quality sand is going to come out at the bottom. And so that is how you think of your leads, and people that you're reaching out to and connecting with are going to fall into that relationship building. And then it's going to keep the demographics, the numbers are going to keep getting smaller and smaller and smaller as you get down to number 5. Now, these people that are in levels 1, 2, 3, 4, they're not ever going anywhere. We've already got them in that process, but it might not just be the right time for them. And so those number 5s, that's our paycheck. The 4s are future paychecks. 3, we've still got some work to do. Make sense? So instead of trying to close everyone, when you're reaching out, we are only seeing if they are open to taking a look. That's the only thing that you should have in your mind. It's not whether they buy or not. Right now, we're still at the top of that funnel. Are you open to taking a look at more information? And here's some fun statistics. 5% of your network will never, ever buy from you. A lot of that's going to come from your family and the people closest to you. 1 to 2% are ready to buy as soon as you put a post up. Now, you can't build a long-term residual business just by putting up a social media post. There's extra work involved because, I mean, sure, if you have 350,000 followers and, 1 to 2% buy of those people, that's a lot of sales, right? For 350,000 followers. They can throw a post up. People are going to engage. People are going to follow. But with this video training format, we're building our audience to get to that point. 93% of the people are going to need more info and may want the benefits, right? They want the info. They may not end up buying yet, but 93% want info. 98% are turned off by constant sales pitches and social media posts. That's why it's so important to live your life, have fun. Don't constantly, be selling on social media. And customers want to know what it does. They don't really care what it is. So what it is versus what it does is so important to wrap your mind around as well. Concentrate on the benefits and how it will make them feel. Don't concentrate so much on what it is. And this is why no company name and less product suggestion is beneficial to you. When you put the company name up there, when you put the product up there, people are going to go right to Google. They're going to go and they're going to see the reviews and, oh, Jimmy, did you see this? Ethel's down there selling this devil cream. She's talking about it all over Facebook, but I saw this comment on Google reviews and somebody said it was devil cream. How can she be doing that? So we don't want to put those names and those companies out there all the time because we want to make sure that we're educating them on what we have, not what other people or Google says we have, right? And 93%, that's your paycheck. So do you want more leads? Yes, I think that would be a great one. We don't want to be the scientific scholar that knows every little detail about why the science and this science and that science. If I were to say to you, if I were to say to someone, hey, what's fulvic acid? Well, fulvic acid is a naturally occurring compound derived from the decomposition of organic matter that's been extensively studied, blah, 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 blah. Right? You would be like, huh? Be like Charlie Brown's teacher, blah, 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 blah. But if somebody said, hey, what's fulvic acid? Hey, are you struggling with back pain? I may have something to help you. Yeah, there's another typo. Always count it. Let's see. If we were drinking, if I was still drinking, we would do a shot game. And every time I had a typo, you guys have to take a shot. But we don't drink. I don't drink anymore, so we can't play that game. So I think I forgot to hit record. No, I did. Okay. So if somebody says, hey, what is fulvic acid? You know what? I'm so glad you asked. I know you are struggling with back pain, and I may have something to help you. In fact, I've got 4 tips to help you with back pain. Or you could say, you know, if there's another typo, oh my gosh, Tina, come on. If you struggle with back pain, and so this is a live video. I'm sorry, let me get my mind around what this page is. So this is a live video, okay? This is the question. The title would be something regarding back pain, 4 tips to relieve back pain. Then your intro, your question, content, call to action. If you struggle with back pain, I hope this has helped. By the way, I have a couple of foods to avoid and a couple of supplements as well. Message me if you would like me to share those with you. Do you see how you're educating them? You're giving them that benefit. If you think of commercials, what do commercials do? They don't talk about how the product is made. They don't talk about the science, the COAs or anything like that. They talk about if I was a commercial myself, how am I going to get across to somebody that has inflammation? What can I share with them? What are their pain points, and how is this going to help them? And so if you focus on that, and I know that we all have healers' hearts in here. I love that. I can't wait to try that. I will. But I know that we all have healers' hearts in here. And when we're talking to people, we've got to make sure that we're trying to heal their heart and heal their pain. So this is the bicycle. We just saw that. Let's go to the next screen here. So target and segment. We're going to identify prospects. We're going to collect information during initial contacts, meetings, or referrals. We're going to identify them and reach out to them, see if they're open to more information. That's the only yes you should be focusing on. If they say no, that's great. It's not a right fit for you right now. That's okay. But hey, if you think of anyone that has back pain and would like some relief, I would appreciate the referral. And then you're going to segment them, group based on their needs, interest, and readiness to engage. If they're like, yeah, man, I want that back relief right now. Where can I buy it? Yeah, I'd like some back relief, but do you have any more information you can send me? Testimonies. Throw testimonies at them because they want to see. They may not believe you. And I don't know if you guys notice this, but like your closest friends will have a harder time believing you than a complete stranger. Like Ruthie was a complete stranger when I first connected with her. And in fact, the person that connected her with me is not even active anymore with HBN. But now we're such good friends. And Kelly, you too. You didn't know me before, we connected through this industry. And this is when you need your network marketing Bible. This is the top of the funnel, number one thing that you've got to do. I'm going to say it on every call. Every single person that you talk to gets written down on a list. Every single person you talk to gets written down on a list, because you won't lose that, but you'll lose that post where they said they were interested. Oh, hi, Beverly. Good to see you on here, my friend. So how do we identify these prospects? So you're going to have your initial contacts. You're going to begin by identifying the potential prospects through various channels, such as networking events, going to trade shows, going to the farmer's market, going to the grocery store, going to coffee houses, personal introductions, family gatherings, community gatherings, and make note of their interest in any relevant details. So my friend Tom Chenot is a multimillionaire in this industry. He's a legend. He's built teams of thousands and thousands of people. He's got probably 400,000 people on an email list. And one thing that is so cool about Tom is when he gets done talking to you, he's going to take a mental note about something that he picked up that's unique about you. And he's going to remember that, and he's going to come back to you with that later to see how that's going. So when I went out to Denver for the company retreat last year, I reached out to Tom, and he was the first person I called on my sobriety journey. And I said, hey, I'm coming to Denver. Would you like to grab breakfast? He's like, yeah, sure. I'd love to. He gave me his home address. I went to breakfast with he and his wife. And then after his wife went back to work or back home, he and I drove around Longmont, Colorado, and he showed me, like, he's one of the top producers or the top guys in another company. He showed me he's actually got an office space for his entire team. And, I shared some details with him, not knowing that's what he was doing. So develop those personal touches that you can use later. Meetings during initial meetings or conversations, gather more in-depth information. Always ask for referrals. Always ask for referrals. Every one of your customers you should ask for a referral. Everyone that says no to you, you should ask for a referral. Everyone in your family, you should ask for a referral. Hey, my brother's Tony. Hey, Tony, listen, I know that you are not interested in my business at all, but would you be open to trying one of the products for a testimony? Great, not a big deal. I didn't think you would. Do you know anyone that suffers with XYZ? Can I get some names and phone numbers from you? They might be more willing to do that than to support you in your business. So you can ask for those referrals. And then you can use forms. You can, like, Jot forms, great. You can use Google Forms to collect information, key information. You can do Google Sheets, just do a notebook like that and take little notes on them. But ensure you have a method for organizing this data, such as a customer CRM. I always forget what that customer relationship management system, or a simple spreadsheet. So in the segment part, you're going to group by needs. Are they business leads? Are they health needs? Are they interest-based? Are they nutrition? Are they pain? Are they sleep? Are they entrepreneurs? And then assess where their readiness to engage is. Some people are going to be tire kickers, and they're going to want to say, they're going to want to have this information, but they're not going to do anything. And then you give them more information, and then they're not going to do anything. And typically with someone like that, I'll say, listen, here's some information. When you're ready to move forward, let me know. I'll check back in a couple weeks, but I've got to work with the people that are willing and able to right now. So then readiness to engage, again, is the awareness. Are they just learning about your products and opportunity? Consideration, are they evaluating the benefits and considering whether it meets their needs? And then decision, or are they ready to take action? And then always be personalizing that based on the notes that you've taken, based on that little file system you have in your mind about how great this person is and what their hot buttons are. Are they struggling with something? What's their dog's name? Just little things like that are going to make that person feel so incredibly special. And then tracking. Another great thing about writing down every one of your contacts, you can put notes in here. And then at the top, you can do tallies. I did 14 follow-ups. I did 8 new reach outs. I had 2 people on an opportunity call, and I had 1 person sign up. You can track your numbers. So if you're ever in a position where you know that you have to get to that next rank, then you can say, okay, based on my metrics, because I'm running a professional business and a professional business is going to know their numbers, I know that I have to make 200 contacts between now and the end of the month in order to get to this dollar amount that I need to have for my house. If you're not writing things down and not tracking the information, someone will say, well, how much work do you think you have to do to get to that extra $1,000 a month? I don't know. Or if you are a professional business owner, you can say, well, you know what, based on my history and reaching out, if I reach out to X amount of people, I will know that my conversion rate is about X%, and this is how many calls I have to make, right? And so when you stop treating it like a hobby and you start treating it like a business, those numbers are going to come easier for you because you're going to have that data right there for you. And then we have the relationship building. Define your clear objectives and measurable goals for each interaction and relationship building effort. These goals can include building the trust, encouraging sign up, increasing engagement. Seek to deepen the level of engagement with your prospects, encouraging them to interact more frequently with your content and outreach. So maybe somebody's not interested in the product. You know what? That's okay. I understand. If it ever is of interest to you, let me know. But your support on my post is just as valuable to me as you purchasing from me. I don't get to reach everyone, but every time you comment on my post, it boosts it so other people can see it. So thank you for that. And then if you see them constantly engaging, you can say, hey, you know what? You've been so amazing at interacting with my posts. Can I just send you a $25 gift card? I don't care what you buy, even if it's a bottle of essential oil, whatever it is, I would love to reward you that way, or even use your member reward points. Hey, you know what? I've got some extra points for free product, and you've been so awesome at helping me boost my post just by commenting. Can I send you a free gift? And then send them a sample of something. And then educating the prospects. Ensure that your prospects have a clear understanding of your product, service, and business opportunities. Make sure that you are not the one speaking. Remember, I said the other day, if your messages in Messenger are this long and the person you're talking to is this long, can you see my face and fingers? So you can see the difference in sizes I'm talking about. If your conversation in Messenger is as big as a fish lie, somebody fishing and they lie about how big it is, and your client's is as big as a mouse, then you're doing way too much talking and you've lost total control of the conversation. You always want to be sending them links or inviting to groups and tagging them in posts that you think are going to be beneficial for them. And then gather feedback. Be ready to have some negative feedback, but that's okay. Collecting that feedback helps you better understand your prospects' needs and refine your approach accordingly. So, and sometimes I'll even say, hey, listen, I hope I wasn't too spammy on that. Would love some feedback. I know you're not interested, but I just want to make sure that I'm not coming across spammy, that I'm being informative, and whatever you want to say, but something like that. Be willing to ask for that feedback and help yourself grow. And then the personal approach. Personalize that conversation. What's their dog's name? What's their kid's name? Offer consistent value. Share value content daily. Like yesterday, when I did the anti-authority challenge and my title was to pee or not to pee. You guys, that video's got like almost 1,000 views on it just because of that title. You see how powerful that title is. And I didn't know some of that stuff, if you hold your pee before you go to bed, but I looked it up. I taught on it, invest, learn, teach. And some other people were sharing some examples themselves. Then use a Google Calendar, use a CRM system, something to track your follow-up people. This notebook, if I have all of these people down, somebody asks for information on the deodorant, they're going to get a 1 in the far right column. If they're not interested, they're going to get a 30 in that far right column. If they purchase products, they're going to get a 10 in that far right column. And that will tell me, so that when I'm 10 days ahead, I can go back. All right, I've got to contact Michelle today. I've got to contact Dawn. I've got the contact page. So on this day, 10 days later, those are my first contacts. And those are my follow-ups. And the more you keep them in this cycle of rotation, if you don't have my training on that, I have that on my YouTube channel. I can get that for you. But you've got to keep that follow-up and then build your community. I'm telling you, if you have a wellness community, or your coach does, make sure you're adding people in there, tagging them in the welcome post, and being interactive in there yourself. Because if you are not interactive in your team's wellness community, then your people are not going to be seeing a lot of the posts in there, and they're not going to be educated. And the great thing about these groups is that when you put someone in there and you interact, your friends are going to see that in their newsfeed, and they're going to be like, hey, what's she talking about? Hey, what is this? And everybody else gets to drip on your prospects by what they're sharing, by their engagement in the group. And so your level of engagement will equal to almost what their level of engagement is. I mean, they're not going to make a post about a testimony really, unless they've really had a great testimony, but they're not even buying yet. So the more they see, the more educated they get. And then understand and educate. Brochures, flyers, and distribute this information. If you're wearing buttons or t-shirts, if you've got car details, the PDFs, like our PDFs are amazing. The product information pages, the essential oil book, there's a lot of stuff that we have our hands on that's set up for us to make this part of it easy. And every time they ask for information or you give information, it moves them down that funnel even more. Product samples. If you don't feel like buying a bottle of, we'll say, say you have a powdered bag of fulvic acid. Get yourself, where is it? Get yourself some little envelopes like this. Have a return address label printed that has your name, your website, and your phone number, and thank you. Put that on the outside. Put 1 scoop of fulvic in here. Maybe do 3 or 4 of these, and tell them to add water, close it up, shake it up, pour it in water, then fill the glass. There's one, you can do a 1-day sample like that. Hey, listen, can I get you a sample of fulvic acid? Hey, listen, can I send you some samples of berberine? You can do the same thing with berberine. You can do the full bag sample of berberine, whatever that is. Send out those samples. I've even got my note cards, my scale, and everything right here by my desk. Educational content, team groups, the diva call, whatever. Host your own workshop. Host an event and talk about the business, talk about the opportunity. I know Coach Marcus has a PowerPoint that he could share with you, and I think there might be one, yeah, there's some in the back office too that you can use when, like on the, you can walk them through the web page. Just use that as your PowerPoint. Walk them through your web page and tell them what some of your favorite products are. Take them through the opportunity, the member reward points, the Try Me product, things like that. So again, identify their pain points, use the information you've gathered as they're going through this funnel to tailor your message to be able to better serve them. The more you know about them and the more that you communicate that back to them, the more they're going to feel like, wow, she really cares about me. Tailor your message, create those personalized messages. Segment specific messaging. Obviously, we're going to do that. We're not going to send a business presentation to somebody that wants a bottle of black seed oil. We can say, hey, listen, if this works for you and you feel like sharing with your friends, you can earn 20% commission. All of our customers have that opportunity. If you want to know how to make more than that, let me know, but just wanted to make sure that you understood that you've got a referral link, right? You're planting that seed. And then your follow-up, send follow-up emails, messages. Like I said, day 10, I follow up. How's your order? Did you get your product okay? Do you need any help? Here's some PDFs on the products that you purchased. That kind of personal touch. People say, well, I can get it on Amazon. Well, you know what? You can't get me on Amazon. You're not going to get me and my level of service on Amazon. Then we have the support and engage. I wish I had a split screen. I should have just put that funnel over on the side. I'll redo my slides. Thank you for being my guinea pigs. So schedule regular calls to catch up with your prospects. And listen, don't always talk about business. Make it personal. Just like the other day, I reached out to somebody that has been talking about buying product for a while. He never really has, but he's a real life friend of mine. I enjoy him and his social media. I don't see him anymore. He showed up in my memories. Always check your memories. And so I reached out and I said, hey, Jimmy, how you doing? We had a little chat. And he asked how I'm doing. I said, well, I'm doing great. You know, got this going on, getting up, gearing up for my liver cleanse, which was the post that he had commented on a year ago. I said, getting ready for another liver cleanse. I always love those. Anyway, nice catching up with you. I didn't talk about the business, just told him what was going on in my life. Didn't try to sell him anything. And then again, the follow-up, check in with people. Check in with them. It could be 2-3 years down the road before they decide to come on board and purchase or become a teammate. Then you have the support and engage, the social media. What platforms are you connecting on? Make sure to connect with your prospects on various social media because you've got all these different connections on all these different platforms. Follow them, like their post, interact with their comments, take a genuine interest in who they are and what they do. Regularly post, share valuable content, and regularly post content that provides value to your prospects. Again, like my t-shirt post this morning on my Facebook page, I'm being goofy. I got a new shirt. What does the shirt say? I eat dirt and I get paid for it. Not a business post really, right? Talking about my business, but I'm talking about my shirt. And then comments and messages, engage with prospects by commenting on their posts, sending direct messages. Hey, I saw your post on the apple pie. What did that taste like? Do you do ice cream on top of that? Hey, what is that recipe? How do you get your crust to blah, 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 blah? You know, whatever that is, have that interest in them. And then do live sessions. That's what this training is all about. Live videos. Host live sessions such as Q&As, webinars, product demos, things like that. Show somebody how to make an essential oil salt scrub or sugar scrub. Show someone how to make a DIY carpet cleaner. Show someone how to use castor oil properly. How are you using these products every day? How are you making your smoothie every day? Obviously, don't try to talk over the blender. Wait to blend it until it's already done, unless you've got another one that you've already made and you can, show them how good that is. Those types of things. Don't overthink it. Just if you're comfortable posting on social media, you should be just as comfortable going live. And if you're not, you will be, I promise you. Then we track. This is the fun part. Monitor their engagement. Keep them moving through that funnel. Guide their actions with quality material, quality PDFs, classes, things like that. Hey, Walter, I've sent you the PDFs on the black seed oil. I sent you that recording. What did you like best about that? Well, I really like this. Yeah, I know, I did too. What else did you like? This. Oh yeah, my friend Susan, blah, 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 share a testimony. Well, it sounds like you really like the product. Are you ready to purchase today? Some people get so afraid of asking that question that they end the conversation finding out what they like. And then the customer's like, well, I don't know what to do now. Again, remember, some people have the employee mindset and you're guiding them through this journey to better health. And so anytime you have a fear that comes up that stops you from doing an activity that you know is going to help someone is putting your own needs above someone else. And that's selfish. And that's blunt. I know it. I don't normally get blunt, but that's the fact of the matter. If you're too afraid to take a step, then you're putting your own needs in front of someone else. And we are servant loving leaders. Okay. Then what is their interest level? Assess each prospect's level of interest based on their engagement. Walter's like, yeah, no, I'm not ready to purchase yet. Oh, really? Okay, well, you said you like this, this, and this. What more were you hoping to know? And then be quiet. Well, I don't really have the money. Oh, really? Okay, well, it's 25 right now, and I can give you a gift card for 25 off. There's another product that you would like to have complement that. I think the XYZ would be really beneficial to you, and that'd be like getting two products for one. What do you think? There you go. You might start that education process all over with that. But if they've taken the time to watch the video, if they've taken the time for the PDF, if they've taken the time for all these other things and they're still telling you no, there's something in there that's holding them back, and you just have to find out what that is. Because nobody's going to go into something that they don't want, spend a half an hour on it. I mean, they obviously wanted it, right? Can you agree with me on that? Do you think that's true? If they're going to spend that much time to read, hop on a call, do a diva call, get on these training calls and everything, and they're like, no, man, I'm just here for the community. Well, some people are, and that's okay. But for the most part, they're really interested in something that you posted, and they would like to move forward, but they just don't know what it is that they're missing. And so asking those questions is going to help put them down to that level 5 in that funnel. And then the decision stage, determine where each prospect is in the journey. Are they still exploring options? Are they ready to make a decision? Don't ever be afraid to ask for the sale. So make sure that you always have that clear call to action. Remember, we got to tell them. You got your personalized follow-ups, offer incentives. Again, use your reward points. Hey, listen, I know last year we talked about you, or 6 months ago, we were talking about black seed oil, and you have got such amazing influence with your network. I've got some extra free reward points, and I would love to gift you a bottle of black seed oil. Would that be okay with you? Great. What is your, and then I'll send them I'll send them the gift card, say, here you go in, get your black seed oil. It'll be 95 cents, or let me back up. We're doing reward points, get their address. That's great. Okay. Well, I know you took some time looking at my website too. If you did want to go ahead and create an account today, I'll throw in a $25 gift card, and then you can put some other things on there that you wanted, and that would make the black seed oil 95 cents. Would you rather do it that way, or do you want me to just send you the free product with my reward points? At least you're getting them on the product, right? If you know somebody has a great following, get them on the product. Lead them down that educational journey. And then leverage success stories. Yeah, Walter's like, well, yeah, I just don't know. I need to talk to my doctor first. Oh gosh, Walter, I know you wouldn't believe how many times I hear that from people. And Beverly, I'm going to use you. My friend Beverly felt the same way. She was kind of apprehensive because it was something she'd not been familiar with before, but my goodness, the relief she's had, I really would love to see the relief you get too. Let me grab Beverly's testimony real quick. I'll be right back. Then you wait a day and you come back. Gosh, I'm so sorry. I've been so busy with other people. We've got this big sale going on. I've got these extra gift cards that people are claiming right now. If you're interested, let me know. But here's Beverly's testimony. Have a good day, then leave the chat. Leave the chat, because you don't want them to feel like they're backed in a corner. Because if they get backed in a corner, they're going to be afraid to step forward. If you keep, buy this product, blah, 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 blah. But if you're like, okay, let me grab a testimony, give them some breathing space, grab Beverly's testimony. So sorry I didn't follow up with you yesterday. I got Beverly's testimony. I got busy with some other stuff. Here it is. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll follow up in a few days when I get caught up. Right? You're giving them that space. You're giving them that information. You're giving them that time to breathe. And that's showcasing the results. So this top of the funnel up here, if you don't feel you have enough people to go through that funnel, you're not talking to enough people. You have to set yourself up as a priority in your business as a priority. If you want to be successful, you've got to talk to more people, have them at the top of that funnel. Is that my next screen? Let's see. I think so. Nope. So you've got to have more people at the top of that funnel. And the more people you get at the top of that funnel, the more people are going to be falling out the bottom. Does that make sense? So trust. Everybody wants trust, right? It's that feel-good hormone, it's that feel-good feeling. Target them and target and segment. Find out who your people are, who has pain, who has sleep, who has inflammation, who's got, deodorant that they're using that's causing cancer activity within the lymph system and the breast tissue. Who's using that stuff? There's a lot of people at the top of that funnel. And then guide them through that relationship building, understand what they're going through, educate, provide tools, support them with tools and invites, testimonies, engage in their social media, and then you can track your numbers and convert to sales, which is going to get you to grow. And think of this as a leadership duty. So you set the example of what your team will do. Because if you're doing whatever you're doing or not doing, your team is going to duplicate that. Okay? So keep that, every step you take, every personal growth you do within this journey in network marketing, think of yourself as if you are already the top leader in the company. And if your team did exactly what you're doing to grow your business every single day, what rank would you be? How much money would you be making? So think about that when you do or don't do your business. So your challenge by Monday is to do a Facebook Live, any topic or link that you want. Concentrate on the pillars, the headline, write this down, headline, intro, question, content, call to action. Okay, make sense? Hope that was helpful. Hope that was helpful. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. I will be posting this on my YouTube channel too, so you can watch a replay if you want. And thank you.